What is up, Dokkan player? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Blaze, and we are back with another Dokkan battle video. And today, before we start the video, of course, hopefully you're having a very good day today. So today we have here another no item run in the books here. This is going to be the newest stage here, low class warriors. And this one here was actually really tricky. This took about 4 or 5 attempts, and the reason why is because, as you guys know, with the new friend system, which is completely garbage, I could not find a single Fizz Raditz in the friend system. So I actually had to do this with the free Bardock that they actually give you in the event right about here that has 0 hidden potential system. So this guy was actually our weakest link. Now, as far as our team build, I did bring here the free-to-play Easy Ace for the team Bardock. So I brought here STR Bardock and also the Tech Tora. Now, one reason why I brought here the STR Bardock is the reason why is because he does have a guaranteed seal, but more importantly, he actually has your damage reduction, 10% per team Bardock on the team, up to 50%, and I believe we have your 2 or 3, so Bardock should have your, I believe your 30% damage reduction, which is plenty enough in this mode right about here. I also brought here Tora. The reason why I brought Tora is because Tora does actually heal our team by 10% when your HP is below 70%. So in these clutch moments, Tora actually came through with that beautiful heal. But more importantly, he's also going to be a support type unit for everyone, where he's providing your attack and defense plus 30% and then key plus 2 as well. I also brought you, of course, the Tech Raditz, which is probably going to be the MVP of this team build. And the reason why is because Raditz is a super battle road god. And the reason why is because his passive does have a guaranteed stun if you are facing 2 or more enemies, which is only a stun for 2 turns. However, on his super attack effect, he does have a 50% chance to actually stun the enemy for 2 turns. So, again, Raditz is a very, very good, consistent card when it comes to super battle road. Here you'll notice here that we actually don't even take out the STR unit with the AGL Bardock because, again, he has 0 hidden potential system, and more importantly, he's taking a lot of damage type advantage, which is really ridiculous. So again, this was really annoying doing this event no items with, of course, the AGL Bardock that had 0 hidden potential system. Of course, I decided to bring her the Fizz Raditz as our leader skill, and the reason why is because Fizz Raditz does provide here a 200% leader skill to the entire team since they're part of Pure Saiyans and also Space Traveling Warriors. And then for our last unit here, I also decided to bring here the Fizz Bardock. Fizz Bardock is a tremendous unit. He's one of our hard-hitting units on his team build, and also has a guaranteed seal as well, which is really good. So really there's no explanations why I brought him here. It's just because he's one of our best defensive and attacking units on our team build here. So even though we actually got supered, we are able to get some same type key spheres, which is allowing us to actually heal up our HP, because we did take 300k last phase on AGL Bardock, which was really, really bad. So again, you can see here that Bardock is doing here really good damage, 7.2, a very casual, by the way. And this is why I decided to bring Bardock, because he does so much damage right about here. Now, the most difficult part of this is going to be here, of course, the second stage. And the reason why is because the Ginyu Force is composed of 5 characters. And what that means is that you have to worry about 5 super attacks. Now, this did kind of work out in our favor. And the reason why is because we actually get the boost here with Turles. So we do actually heal up our HP by 15%. But more importantly, Turles does have a high chance now to actually stun the enemy. But also defensively, he's also going to be much better in this format about here, because he does also, whatchamacallit here, he does also stack defense in this form with his EZA. So, or more actually, he does stack attack and defense in this format about here. So luckily, most attacks are in the front, and this is why Raditz is a god, because again, we also have here our 50% damage reduction. But the only thing we have to worry about is that hopefully on this phase, we actually do not get supered. So what I decided to do is that with the Tech Raditz, I decided to actually go here for the Int Captain Ginyu. And the reason why is because Int Captain Ginyu is going to be here type disadvantage. But more importantly, he's the one that actually attacks the most. So he's the one that actually is most likely going to do a super attack, which is what we don't want right here. So decided to stun here Captain Ginyu, where we actually are able to stun him for 2 turns. And then for Turles, I actually decided to go for Jace to maybe, actually not Jace, but Birder right here, to maybe one-shot him or to maybe stun him, which we don't get. because we have type advantage with Jace right here. Now again, you will see here that Bardock is taking a lot of damage, which is really unfortunate, but it is what it is. And then with Jace, luckily he decides not to super attack, because if he actually supered, I think we would die, which is really unfortunate. But Jace only does a normal attack, which is really good, because we only take here 80k or 74k. But again, that's still a lot of damage for type advantage Bardock right here. So now we have your Captain Ginyu that is going to be stunned. And again, this is going to be based on RNG, because again, you have to worry about who's going to be super attacking you. And in this instant, I was maybe debating that Raj would be able to kill Jace and Birder if their HP was low enough. So what I decided to do is that I decided to actually give a super attack to the SDR Bardock, targeting the Jace right about here. And then we'll have here, of course, Raditz in the middle, do his AoE, and maybe potentially take out Jace and Bird at the same time. That was the game plan. But it was also a very big risk, because if Raditz did actually get supered, we would definitely get killed right about here. So this was a huge gamble, but I believe we actually got pretty lucky here, because I do think that Jace was going to super attack, but because we were able to seal him with Bardock, that's the reason why we did not get supered. So again, Bardock with his damage reduction is completely fine type advantage, because we take here double digits. And then there we go, we actually get a crit on Jace right about there. And then this is where, you know, we get here only a 1.8 million attack stat with Raditz. But again, I was gambling that he would kill both Jace and Birder, but he does barely any damage to everyone. So, you know, luckily, again, we just got very lucky that there's no super attacks in the middle. And one thing I will say is that a lot of people do actually sleep on Raditz's defense, because after he super attacks, he is pretty good defensively. But again, you know, attack-wise, he's just very bad. So, luckily, we are able to take care of Birder right there with Tora, because we did target Birder with Tora. And we're also able to heal up again 10% HP with Tora, because our HP is below 70%. So now you can see here that our HP is slowly recovering back to full HP. One thing I did notice here is that we are very close to a Dokkan attack as well. So what I try to do is I try to go for same type key spheres. For Raditz, I believe I actually target Raccoon right about here, and then what I end up doing is I give the AGL Turles the super attack and actually take out Captain Ginyu. Again, this was another gamble, but this actually did work out, and the reason why is because Raditz and Turles on the same rotation are pretty good together, because they do share 4 links together, and in total they are providing them at fully level 10 links. They are providing each other 50% attack and 5% defense. So because Torres is stacking his attack and defense and is getting 50% from links from Raditz, I did gamble here that he would take out Captain Ginyu. And then we don't have to worry about Jace, because Jace isn't be here STR. So again, I decided to go for Goldo, get that beautiful stun. And then we have here Turles actually go for Captain Ginyu. Not too sure if we get a crit right about here, but not needed, because we get a stun and we also KO Captain Ginyu. So we're pretty much A-okay. And then we have here the Fizz Bardock actually go for Goldo, who's going to be sealed, and we're be taking here double digits as well. But we actually take out Goldo in one shot, and now we aim for Raccoon, and then he's also Dunzo as well. Oh no, he actually does survive with a tiny slither of health, which is fine. So now at this particular level, we're also able to get here the transformation with AGL Bardock, which is pretty funny. But what I end up doing here is that I do actually end up transforming, but more importantly, again, you can notice that here our Dokkan meter is actually very full. So I try my best to actually fill up as much as possible, because going to the next phase, we can actually get the Dokkan attack. And if Turles is actually able to get it, we can potentially one-shot everyone. So this was kind of a gamble. But again, it all depends, you know, who's going to be doing super attacks in the next phase for the enemy. So again, once you actually beat the Captain Ginyu squad, it's pretty much easy sailing from here, because again, this stage is the most difficult one, since you do have to worry about 5 super attacks. So again, once you pass this one, it's actually pretty simple. Again, these no item runs aren't really, they're really just more of a guide to show you that you can actually get this done with this team build if you use items. Again, you don't have to do this with no items, but again, this is more of a team building guide to show you that if you use this team build and if you're using items, then technically you should get this done, because we beat this event with using no items right about here. So We do take care of Jace right about there, and now we go here to the last phase, and we do have your a dual contact. Now this was also pretty risky. I was debating if I should give the dual contact to Turles because in the front there are going to be here 2 attacks from the tech enemies. So I end up not just giving the dual contact here to Raditz. I mean, sorry, to Turles, and instead I actually give it here to Raditz. And one of the reasons why is because one thing that you notice at the back right there, Celza is going to be attacking Tora twice here, and that's going to be her type disadvantage. So what I decide to do here, sorry, is I give it to Raditz, and with Raditz, again, with his passive, he does have here a guaranteed stun. So at least Tora at the back is going to be, you know, safe from normals and super attack. But the one thing that we have to worry about is going to be here the AGL Raditz in the middle, because there is a potential that we actually get supered with the tech unit, and that would be pretty bad. So again, this was a very big gamble, but luckily the RNG was on our side right about here, because we actually do not get supered at all in this phase. So we give the dual contact here to Raditz, and again, Raditz isn't provide here a guaranteed stun. Again, if this was Turles, this would probably one-shot everyone, but I couldn't take the gamble with those 2 attacks in the front right there, especially type disadvantage. So we give it here to Raditz, and then it's not really much of a big deal because again, we actually get the stun right here, just like that. Boom, beautiful damage. And Raditz does actually do some decent damage to everyone since everyone is at basically half HP. I have Turles go for a tech type unit just in case he can actually stun the enemy, which we don't get. But luckily, we don't get supered and we're able to survive all the normal attacks. So again, that was a pretty good call to actually use the use the dual contact with Raditz right about there. And at this part here, this is where it becomes GG. And the reason why is because we have 2 physical units on this rotation, and both the other units here for Naze, and I believe the tech unit is Dore actually, they're almost gone here with their HP. So what I end up doing right here is that I actually end up going for Naze with STR Bardock, and then because Naze is almost going to be done here, we can use an AoE with Raditz. That's going to take out both Naze and Dore, and after that we can give the finishing blow to the physical Bardock at the back against Celza, because he isn't here physical, so we are able to one-shot Celza at the back right there. So there we go. That's gonna be a video, my boys. Let me know what you guys think. Again, this was pretty simple if you have a double Raz, but fortunately the friend system is just complete garbage. So you're most likely gonna have to use here a AGL Bardock, but even with AGL Bardock, you're still able to get this done pretty simple, even with items. All right. So let me know down below your team builds. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button. Sub for more videos, come down below, and hopefully I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.